Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Samson coming to you from Los Angeles, California. I hope everybody's having a amazing day or about to start amazing day. It's my pleasure today to host a webinar for Empowerment Tuesday. So, God bless all of you out there with good health and good finances or working toward it, right? Today, our topic is going to be have an open mind. Okay, some of you are probably looking at, yeah, come on, I'm in already. So what do I need to be open about? Well, I figure that's a great topic to talk about today because a lot of the business, I mean, success, achieving it, how we define it, and all that, it's about the mindset. It's about how we are. It was fantastic on the tour in for North America, and Kim's over there in Asia right now already. And one thing that I took away from the trip over and over again, and of course I'm lucky to be working with Kim next to her traveling, and a few of the other people also. Her say over and over again. Three means to her: physical wellness, financial wellness, and spiritual wellness. And I thought about the last one, spiritual wellness. That's a lot of mindset stuff because look, it's just like Nelson Mandela. No matter what, even when he was in jail, he was free because his mind was free, his spirit was free. And it comes to mind that, you know what? All we do, how we do it, what we do, it's all based on our mindset. So today we're going to talk about that, having an open mind. And I say that just from my own experience, having gone through the ups and downs in life, that it's very important what we think and what we say. Somebody said that the most powerful words in the English language are two words: I am. So if you think about that, by saying I am, you are saying who you are, you're defining yourself. And it's very important to think about that, to be conscious about that, to be aware of that, to apply that appropriately. Because in a way, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So that's why, in our business, from a very practical standpoint, when people come to start the business, we want to sit down with them and talk about what their goals and dreams are. You get what you think. All right. If you can't think it, you won't get it if that's what you want. It's like it's like when you go shopping and for a car and you bought a car, you took your time, you find the right make of the car, you find the right color of the car, the right trim of the car. And so you put some money down and you bought it. And then later, 5 minutes out the driveway from the car dealer, you're looking at, oh, hey, there's another car just like mine. Oh, I didn't see that before. All of a sudden, you're noticing cars that are exactly like yours over and over again. I mean, how many of you have noticed that before? That only shows what? You know what it shows? It only shows that we see what we focus on, right? Does that make sense? So, look, I'm a very left brain person in a way. But at the same time, in business, especially people business, you need to be creative sometimes too. And I hope that I've learned a little bit, but a lot of it is really not what our left brain thinks. It is very interesting, huh? I went to business school. I took finance and real estate classes. I got my broker license. I made money, lost money, and still, for many years searching for maybe the direction or what I would define myself. Even that definition of success was always evolving, right? Depending on my surrounding, how much money I have in my pocket, who do I know, what my lifestyle is, where do I live, what kind of car I drive. Well, all that is literally just a manifestation of what we think in here. In 2004, I got out of the furniture business and I lost everything, literally. So at that time, some of you think, oh, that's really bad. Well, in a way it was, but at the same time, it was liberating because I wasn't tied to that business anymore. for example, or tied to that career. And I just thought, you know what? I'm done with that. Still owe some money to friends and family. I need to take care of that sooner or later. But I could do anything I want. I had choice. And at that moment, you know, a light bulb went into my head. I thought, oh my gosh, you know what? I had choices the whole time. It's just that my mind was not open. You know, I still remember a good friend of mine, and I talked to him the other day. Actually, when I thought about him, I said, oh my gosh, you know, he's probably the one of the people that I know the longest through school since junior high. Yeah, I've moved around quite a bit, you know, with my family, but yeah, that's my friend Kenny is one of my oldest friends that I know through school since junior high, as a matter of fact. So when I was talking to him, um, it reminded me that when my furniture store was failing, I couldn't do anything. You know, I let a lot of people go. I stay at the store pretty much all the time just to make more sales, or, you know, watch everything operate, downsize for big store, 3 stores to 2 stores to 2 stores, and 1 store becomes smaller. I was trying to protect, you know, keep my business surviving. Well, my friend Kenny at the time was starting a business in our industry with another company, and he talked to me about it. I was completely not open to it. I was completely not open to it. When I look back, I say, oh my gosh, you know, what a mistake. I could have had multiple streams of income. I could have had something going as one business was failing and struggling. I'm trying to find a way out. At the same time, I could have started another stream of income. So sometimes, and all the time actually, when we don't have an open mind, we miss a lot. You know, one thing about being in business, being in life, making decisions, I truly believe that we should not and cannot make decisions out of fear. Fear is, for a more simplistic example, if we can all remember those cavemen, right? Back then, maybe in North America, maybe they have the family or the tribe, the clan living together. And maybe there's a saber-toothed tiger outside, or a pack of wolves. So instantly, our brain goes into fight or flight mode, right? So what are we doing with the fight or flight mode? We are focusing on the thing that causes fear, right? So, well, when we do that, when we focus on what we fear, that's 100% of our attention is focused on that. And we lose our awareness and focus on everything else that's around it. At that time, yes, is a survival mechanism. It's good and bad because you can focus on what causing the fear, but at the same time, you are made unaware of what else is going on that could make a difference to resolve this. So I realized that in business and in life, I figured out, you know what? If I always look at how little money I have in my wallet, or the 3-digit or 2-digit that's in my bank account one time, or less, negative, right? I've been there. Okay. If I kept looking at that, you know what's going to happen? I get what I focused on. Now, I know some of you probably heard that before. So that's why I come today, say, have an open mind. Have a completely open mind. In our business, such as, you know, in life, we need to definitely have an open mind. Yeah. Because when you have an open mind, then you free yourself from your current situation and able to dream about what you want and what is possible, right? A lot of people say, hey, but, you know, I'm just a regular person. You know, I have a 9-to-5 job and this is what I do. And that's all I can do. I don't know if I could have a side business and make money at it. Maybe I give it a try. Maybe $100, a few $100 a month is good. But really, is that all you want? So if you have an open mind, and work with some of the leaders who are making the money, they will show you what's possible, the lifestyle they're living. When I look back, compared to where I was in my furniture business, open the store, I got to get there at 9:30 in the morning, open at 10. We close about 7 or 8 o'clock, depending on the season. And then I get home about 8:30, 9 o'clock, then have dinner, and then next morning do it all over again. The first 2 years of my furniture career, it was 24, pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I need to be aware or be at the store or doing something for 2 years, not a vacation, 365 days almost, except Christmas. So yeah, I know how that feels when we are doing what we're doing and we think that is all we're worth. But self-worth is way more than just the money. Self-worth is about contribution. Self-worth is about achievement, working hard at something, achieving it. And it's setting goals and creating dreams. If you have an open mind, we're more likely to be aware of what is possible, right? So, when I first got into the industry, I thought, wow, if I can make some money, that would be great. Some money, though, is not a goal. I just tell all of you out there, okay? If you're going to set a goal, the word some money is not a goal. A lot of money is not a goal. Making as much as I can, that is not a goal. Do not do that. Literally set targets, numbers in solid form. Write it down, put it on your mirror when you wake up, put it where, on the coffee table so you see it before you watch TV and decide instead of watching TV, go work on the business, make some phone calls, talk to some people, put it in your wallet so you carry your goals and dreams with you as you go through your day, walk around, have a coffee, take it out, look at it. You get what you focus on and you'll be surprised what comes your way. Just like when you buy that car, that make of a car, the car that you love, the color that you love, and all of a sudden, out the car dealer's driveway, you see it everywhere on the street where you never thought where you never saw it before, where you never thought that, oh, my car, that color is that common. Exactly. That's actually how our brain works. So in this business, that's exactly how it works. The two words, I am. I am afraid to make that call. I am afraid to make a mistake and get rejected, right? But the truth is, there is no mistake. So here's the next thing. You got to have an open mind to succeed, to grow. The only way you're going to succeed is to grow. And how you grow is just doing it over and over again, regardless of result. Many years ago, I was inspired when Kim told me the story that in her first company that she worked with almost 30 years ago, that she talked to a lot of people, went through a lot, was successful to bring 22 people to her sponsor, to have the sponsor show the business for her as she sat there and listened and learned the business. The first 22 people, nobody signed up. Right now, how many of you feel that way out there? I talked to a lot of people, but nobody's interested. Well, the sponsor said to her, I don't know what's going on. When other people bring people, they join the business or they buy the product. I don't know why you didn't do it. But you know what Kim said? Through that process of 22 no's, she learned how to do it. And after that, she become, old terminology, the queen of one-on-one, right? So, look, there's a lot in what we do. To get a no, that's perfectly fine. Actually, the most painful part is not even getting any answer. It is not getting a yes or no. Just like, tell me now, this is what it is. Are you interested or not? So, you have to have an open mind to the possibility, right? And also at the same time, it is a people business. So the second point to have an open mind is people. Be open, have an open mind to people. Your mind, the only mind that you can control, okay? Not the other person's open mind, your open mind. Many times before, when I first started in the industry, I thought, hey, um, I know my friend's background, and you know, I kind of know what's happening in his life. He's just getting married, planning to have a couple of kids, has a busy business. How am I going to talk to him? How am I going to talk to him? How am I going to talk to him? I got to think of a way. I got to strategize. Okay. Well, that's good. But what I found later that worked even better was just to be in the moment, be in the present moment when you have that conversation with your friend and really feel and hear what they're talking about. Okay. Focus on the conversation, focus on them rather than quote unquote the act of signing them up. This is way more rewarding. It's way more easy. It's not about making any money on quote unquote my friend when they buy product, because truly we have amazing products and those are benefiting so many people. So what we're going to do, keep an open mind, be in the present, listen, open your ears and listen, and open your eyes and watch what they're saying to you and feel and ask questions. Communication is a two-way street. And I tell you this, and some of you have heard it before, when I first started in the industry, what I did to remove the fear, right? Like you're going to call a bunch of people and you're like afraid what you're going to say, how you're going to say, how you're going to talk to them when you pick up the phone, or when you meet up with them. How is it going to go? Well, for sure, I will share the opportunity and the product, but let's see. So at that time, at the beginning, what I decided to do was I decided to, for 1 hour, I put 20 names down. I was going to call 20 people. But I promised myself, my goal was not to share the business or product. Okay. So what happened? You know what the exercise did? It removed my fear from the conversation. And I was just calling people, say hello, say how they're doing, ask questions about how they're doing. Of course, you're going to ask about their family, about their job, where they've been on vacation, especially summertime. How's that going? How's the finances going? And what's happening in the world? Have a conversation. And you know what? After 5 to 6 times, I realized something. It's so easy to talk to people because it's people that you know and you trust them. They trust you, and that's the thing. If you have something good for them, I realized it was so easy to slip in there because they always ask, what have you been doing? And it was so hard not to tell them because I promised myself not to. But I did get the confidence in terms of just picking up the phone and calling people. It's no big deal. I just want to benefit them. So keep an open mind about people, because it's not about how you will get them in and what they will do, because it doesn't matter what you say. It matters what everything they say, right? Because success is is a commitment. It doesn't matter what you say. It matters everything what they say. So as you share, some will be customers, some won't be interested, some will be business partners. How much time you invest in them? Well, if they have seen the information, we used to say 3 times when you have a very short call or peak interest, maybe a 5 to 10 minute longer call, and maybe a longer presentation on the Zoom or webinar, whatever it is, or a live meeting, right? But nowadays, because social media, people have shorter attention span. They will only spend time on things they put a priority on. So edification, teeing up, saying good things about the person or event or video is more important than ever. So it's like Joe Rogan, not that we get paid from saying his name, but he has clips and he has the long form, the 3-hour, right, on his podcast. Why would people stay? Who has time for 3 hours? Trust me, people do. They just need to make it a priority. So your job as you go out, share, keep an open mind, listen, watch, share with them what is possible for them. If they feel that it is something for them, they'll make the time. You just have to go through. It's like an assembly line. It's like, or like a funnel. You put everybody in the funnel. Step one, step two, step three is easy as one, two, three, and see what happens. Let the system do the work for you. Now, the other open mind about people is yourself. You know, especially, after going through the North American tour again, it reminded me of how people see the business, how they see it for themselves or not for themselves, how they would do. Again, the two words "I am" is so important, right? So if it was that for yourself, what is possible for yourself now? Well, realize that for sure, nobody knows everything. It's funny, earlier as we were setting up the webinar, Peter, our admin, who's always on the webinar, and he blesses. So he's always on here supporting us and, making sure the webinar is going good, make sure all the leaders feel comfortable, everybody knows what's going to happen. While Peter was saying, oh, here comes the master again. He's talking about me, right? I'm like, I'm thinking I'm no master. The only thing I know is the more I know, the more I realize that I don't, there are more things that I don't know. We're all in this life to learn, and we are, constantly learning and growing. If you're one of those, that's what you are one of those people that will become successful, just like Jim Rohn say. If you work on a job, you make a living, and that's okay. If you work hard on a job, that's fine. You make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, that's where you can make a fortune. So think about that, right? So have an open mind about your own success, your own possibility. It doesn't matter how much or how little you know, because to be successful in this industry, in this business, it's not about you or me individually. It's about everybody else. If everybody can be successful, for sure, more people will enjoy the product, will do the business. And that's how we grow. So it is about everybody else. And I would say regardless of lines, because look, the old times, it's like, oh, this is my team, or this is my team, and that's my leader and all that. But nowadays, do you think people really care? People don't really care. They only care about what the movement is about. That's what moves the business. How you build, not hundreds, thousands, if not 100,000, if not millions, like Kim has done in the past. Millions of people, how do you move millions of people in the direction? It's not about any one individual. It's not even about her. It's about the movement. It's about the idea. It's about the messaging. It's about the possibility. It's about hope. People need hope, especially nowadays. That's why 3 is here. We provide an opportunity, cutting edge products, fantastic. And we're just starting. We're bringing hope, a lot of hope to people around the world. And, besides the North American tour, I have already traveled to Asia after the Hong Kong event, and people need hope. They really do. I mean, the shift in mindset post-pandemic is tough for a lot of people. Our people who is, how should I say, blazing the trail, blazing the trail. There was a team of amazing leaders out of one of the markets. After the launch, well, almost from zero, but just small amount of people and small amount of sales volume. From just after the launch, a month later, there were 4 stars. And already they're on the cusp of 5 stars. They already have the cycles. They just need the legs. Crazy. How did they do it? Well, they opened their mind to the possibilities. No, people would not sign up for the founder pack. That's too much money. No, they're not going to sign up for the business builder pack. People would just want to try the product first and do the business. Well, if you say that, for sure, that's the way you will do the business. Remember the words I am or how you think, right? However you think, there it is, right? So in this business, however you think, it's right. There's no wrong way, but to get the result that you want and in the fashion that you feel good about. Well, that's what happened in this business, where people do the business fast or slow. So it's really up to you. So look, I would say that at the end of the day, if you're truly open, if you have an open mind, your circumstances, where you come from, it doesn't matter whatsoever. Trust me on that. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've seen people with a lot of money become successful in this industry. I've seen people with no money, no education, come from the country, come from the village, the desert area, and become successful, become, you know, 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figure earners, 8 figure earners. I've seen it happen. So just be open to that. So the last tip I would say for today is that plan with the end in mind. Okay. So yeah, with the question, of course, many of you are asking, so how do I do the business? How do it fast? How do I do it slow? Or how do I do it? Well, you got to start with a plan of what you want to achieve, the goals and dreams that you have, the ultimate end that you want. Don't worry about it, you know, about how, what if it changes later? That's okay. It can evolve. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, when I first got into the industry and I got serious, okay, it was about my 4th year in the industry that third or 4th year into the industry that I decided that I want to be serious about this industry. So I just said to myself, wow, wouldn't it be nice to make 10 to 20,000 US dollar a month? Right? I mean, I still remember when I had the furniture business with 3 stores. Well, if I made that a few months in a row, wow, you know, I'm like, as net profit, I'll be very happy. And those were the good times. But many times it was like, make money, lose money, lose money, lose money, make money, and then lose money, lose money, lose money again. So I thought, yo, if this business can bring me 10 to 20,000 a month, that would be amazing. But you know what? If you can get it to that level, wow, the sky's the limit. You know, look, there's no income claim in any shape, or way, or form. But the fact is, there are people who make a lot of money in this industry, right? I still remember, and I'll share with this, the last thing I will share is that Kim mentioned something that kind of kept me going. You know, I wasn't sure what to expect. We do what we expect, therefore I am, right? So she mentioned, you know what? The hardest money to make residually is the first $500 to $1,000 a month. I said, well, that's not a lot, but residual, okay, I can imagine, you know, because there need to be other people in the team that you override, making sales, buying and selling products, etc. But she said, you know what? If you can make 500 to 1,000 residual, you can make 2,000. If you can make 2,000, you hit 5. Well, if you make 5,000 a month, you got a decent sized team working. Maybe not one team, but multiple teams. That's why I always suggest never bank on any one person, never bank on any one leg to help you build the business. You got to spread it out. If they all move up at the same time, you're going to win. Okay, you're going to cycle away. So and then she said, you know what? If you can make 5,000 doing the same activities, you can hit 10,000 with some mentorship. After that, you can hit 20. Okay, if you can be led and know what's coming next, right? How to work it, right? But if you can hit 20, the sky is the limit. And that's all I thought. You know what? If I can do that, that'd be great. I just thought, hey, if I can make 10 to 20, that'd be great. And you know what? Things happen. And you know, years later, I've traveled to more than 40 countries around the world, not one time, over and over and over again. Met some amazing people, friends. This world is too big. You know, it's so big. The little I is just like a drop in the ocean. That's who we are. That's all we are. But it's through these drops of people that we can make a tidal wave. It's coming, folks. We're just beginning. We're going to take all we know. There's so many good leaders. I mean, the North America tour was amazing. We met a lot of people, a few thousand people. It's just not, but we didn't see everybody. So all of you out there, and also in Asia, in Australia, and New Zealand, there's a bunch of people everywhere. This is a new way to live, new way to do business within the global community. I hope all of you out there, all of you, it doesn't matter, because there are people logging in today from everywhere in the world. Be a part of a global community, because it changes your outlook, your belief, what's possible, it will open that mind even bigger. It's like, like sometimes I like to say, for me, okay, my head is like a can of soup. How do I open the top? Oh, that can opener, you have to twist and twist and twist and twist. Sometimes that's what it is. So it's my honor and pleasure to be with you today. And I hope that some of the things I've said had impacted you in some shape, way, or form. That all of you can have an open mind daily. That in this business, all is possible. People are possible. It's not the money that makes the world go round. It's the people, and it's you. And it's through you, other people will get a taste of this opportunity and the products. And down the road, when you see people's lives change, just because you took one action, yes, I'm in. That later, that through your efforts, your team, 6 months, a year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year later, the whole family's lives are changed. Thousands of people's lives are changed. It's going to happen. Success is a commitment. So don't worry about the ups and downs. It's your commitment. Commitment, be like a bulldog, that gets a bone and doesn't let go. Commit to it. Let your leaders know that you're committed. Sit down with them, set the goals and dreams, and make a plan. Plan with the end in mind. All right. So I hope that helps. And, I look forward to seeing some of you in Asia. It's going to be amazing. And I will see many of you again in Anaheim with Les Brown for the convention, September 21st to the 23rd. Mark that day. I would encourage all of you to be there and bring people. It's going to be epic. Okay. It's going to be epic. We are getting a lot of traction. We make a lot of noise, but we're just starting. So thank you very much. Thank you for all of you being a part of this global wellness movement, where you can achieve physical wellness, financial wellness, and spiritual wellness, true freedom. Yeah. Okay. Take care, folks. All the best to you. God bless.